Hello. In this video, we will look at how to make an area chart. Like line chart, area charts are a good way to show trends over time. When we are recommended to plot area chart, sort the data from largest to smallest in the given table. Why we need to sort the data before we plot an area chart? It is because while plotting the largest area will blocks out every smallest area in the chart. So we are not able to see the areas of smallest data value. In order to avoid this block issue, we rearrange the plot before plotting an area chart. I will show you it through an illustration. Let's plot Arizona's population in area chart first. For that, I am going to select the Arizona data along with the headers of the table. Then from the insert menu, I have charts sub menu. From that chart sub menu, I select all charts tab, then area chart, and click on the needed design format of area chart and click OK. So this is an area chart which shows Arizona data only. So if I select the California data, you can see what happened, right? Here you can see that the California data completely blocks Arizona data. This is why plot order matters in area chart. So before plotting the area chart, we have to rearrange the data in the table in largest to smallest order. For that, I'm going to select the table, and from the home menu we have a sort and filter sub menu. From that sort and filter sub menu, I'm going to select the custom sort. Then in the year wise, I'm going to sort from largest to smallest. Then I click OK. Now our data is sorted, and this data is now ready to plot an area chart. So I'm selecting the whole data from the insert menu. From the chart menu, I selected a style of menu here, or you can do also like this. You can select the icon of charts here. Then from the area chart, you can select the stacked area type. Here you can see different types of area styles, area chart styles, like basic area chart, stacked area chart, 100% stacked area chart, 3D area chart, 3D stacked area chart, and 3D 100% stacked area chart. So we will usually use stacked area chart or 100% stacked area chart, but we don't need 100% area chart for now. So I'm going to select stacked area chart. Select any of the design format from here, then click OK. So now all the data, all the 4 states data can be viewed, and you can see 2 menus are appeared after we plotted the area chart, that is design and format menu. From the design menu, you can change the format of our area chart. So you can give a chart title for our chart, area chart, or you can give population data, and you can change the legend position also. Format legend, right click the format here, and you can see the positions of legend. Now it is top, now it is in top. You can change it to right, left, or somewhere else. Top, right, like this. If you want to change the values of here, like in million values, you can change it. You can give the x-axis value, y-axis labels, anything you can give. So from the design menu, you will see a sub menu of add chart element. Here you can give the anything, like chart title, axis titles. Like here you can give x-axis title. Here it is x-axis title. Anything you can give. Here also you can give y-axis title you can give, and select the chart, and you can give anything, any format you can do in the from the design menu, which appeared after we plot the area chart. So all the formatting stuffs I'm giving to you. You can change the style of the area chart, whatever you wish to. So this is the format of how to build an area chart. So please note, before you plot an area chart, you should sort the data from largest to smallest in the given table, then plot stacked area chart, because stacked area charts give the standard design for this kind of data. So let's move on to the next topic of today's session, which is how to make scatter plots with Trendline in Excel. So here I have a data which comprises with cars data, which I downloaded from the net, which is freely available for you also. You can download it. You can download the data from the net, or I will try to import or try to give a link to this data for downloading for my students. Okay, so this is a data. This is a CSV file which I opened in MS Excel. So with this data we are going to plot scatter charts with trend lines. So what is a trend line? Trend lines sometimes help us to visualize the relationships that might in the scatter plots. So when we plot any scatter charts, we will usually use to draw trend lines also. So for plotting the scatter plot, let us select two quantitative variables as x and y axis. Let's use disp and horsepower as those two variables. By default, disp will be considered as x-axis and horsepower will be considered as y-axis value. So select the data. Here you can see that both the data that we selected as x and y is two adjacent columns. So you can select in any manner, like pressing the control key and select both the columns in the table, and from the insert menu, charts submenu, or charts tab, select XY scatter, select, click OK here. So now you can see that we got the scatter chart, and you can edit the format of this chart also, as I shown before on the area chart session. So you can give whatever styles. Okay, so I will show you a dark mode scatter plot, because now this is the trend, right? Everything in dark mode. So let's change the format of charts also into dark mode. So how to plot a trend line? If you want to add trend line, then right click on one of the dot on the chart, any one of the dot, click on and right click on any one of the dot here, and you can see an option like add trend line. Just click on it. That's enough. So now you can see that a trend line which appears right in the middle of this. So here also you have a format trend line options like this. So for the data that we selected as x and y, this straight or linear trend line suits well. So I'm not changing any option from here. So I'm stick on to the linear trend line for this x and y axis. So as you can see that this helps us to know that relationship between the x and y variables that we selected, like disp and hp. So where the plots are much closer at the beginning and much spread towards the end, however the relationship looks good and it is a positive relationship also, right? So now let's see another one. Let me copy this this to anywhere else. Now let's see a negative relationship. For that, let's select HP and qsec variable as x and y axis. From the insert menu, from the chart sub menu, select the xy scattered, then click OK. So here also I am going to draw an trend line. As you can see that it is a negative relationship, right? So from the start, in the beginning it was in a high position, but towards the end it came to a negative or to a smallest value. So this is a negative relationship, which means that the variables like hp and qsec is having a negative relationship. And as you can see that this straight line is not suits well for this scatter plot, so I'm going to change it into a power 1. So as you can see that here it suits much better than the straight line. So we can change the format also on the trend line options, like exponential, linear, logarithm, polynomial, power, moving average, anything. So this is an illustration of negative relationship between the variables. Okay, so for the negative correlation I selected not the adjacent cells, right? I selected HP and then qsec. So how can we select the columns which is not adjacent? Which is by pressing the control key, select the first column and then press control key and then select the next required column. So this is how we can select the columns which is not at all adjacent to each other. So yeah, that's it about the scatter plot and how to add trend lines um, in the scatter plot to showcase the relationship between the two variables. And here I showed you a positive correlation and a negative correlation. So I'm giving you an activity that just try out for yourself, that select any of the variables like HP and gear. Okay, select these two variables like HP and gear as x and y variables, and plot a scatter plot along with the trend line, and observe the trend line, and comment your observations uh, in this Moodle platform. I will upload it as an assignment in this Moodle platform itself. So I request you all to do this scatter plot with trend line activity, and comment your observation on that scatter plot. That's it for today's lecture. Thank you so much.